Hey, my lovely Virgos. I hope all is well with you guys. I am Jessica from Willowvine's Intuitive Vibes, and I am here to do your May 2020 Quickie love reading. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It will not apply to every single one of you. I wish I could do that, but I can't. If you'd like me to pick up on your personal energy, please email me. My email's in the box below. I'll gladly give you all the information you need on personal. It's on the community tab, as well as my website. And don't forget to check me out on Patreon. These readings are not extended over there, but my general love readings are extended, and they have been. Those readings are more detailed, they're longer, they're anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half long, and I know not everybody has time to watch long readings. I know you guys, a lot of you, do like that they're detailed and long, but there are some that, if you're on a time crunch, you just want to watch a quick reading. I was trying to make these 10 minutes long, but, I don't shut up. So these are about 20-25 minutes long, but that is still cutting the time damn near in half. So I'm doing my best to accommodate everybody. So they're basically monthly. It's like a check-in kind of thing. It is within a month's time. They do get pretty specific, but there's not as many details. So just FYI. Yep. That's pretty much all I want to say about that. So the overall energy is Fairy of the Green World. The natural world needs you. Number 44 breaks down to an 8. To me, this is about cycles and things it's like being stuck on repeat, going over the same situation over and over and over in your head, like mind, body, spirit, just like, I feel like you're out of whack. And that's why this card is coming out, is saying that you need to get your butt back outside, because you are an earth sign. You are an earth sign, and in order to reground your ass, if it's nice outside, the grass is nice and green, or you're in a warm area, whatever, take your socks off, your shoes off, go outside barefoot and just stand there and breathe in the fresh air and just take it all in. And every time you breathe in, think of everything or just one thing that you need to release and breathe it out and let it go. Send it off to the universe and just continue to do that. Take a walk, go down by a river, a lake, a pond, a pool, whatever, the ocean. I just feel like you need to be outside. This also talks about planting things. Some of you have a green thumb and you don't even realize it because you haven't gardened in forever. Maybe it's something you never considered doing. Others of you love doing it, male, female, whatever. Some of you want to plant vegetable gardens and start that so that you can start eating healthier and, live off the land a bit. And then others of you just want to grow flowers, or both. I feel like either way, it's therapeutic for you to get your hands in the dirt, and Spirit is telling you that whether you do this with a loved one, a partner, a friend, or just by yourself, it will be beneficial for you. It will help you transform the situation, and I feel like it will give you the clarity and the answers that you need. It will almost put you in that meditative state and get you back to a peaceful place, which is what you need, I feel. So, overall energy in love in this specific situation, not in general, because that's just normally the bottom of the deck. It's just whatever you need to know, and sometimes it doesn't even pertain to love. I am Kali, or Kali. I can never remember how to pronounce her name. From death comes rebirth. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments, but I don't know if you can do enunciations in the comments. But anyways, number 13 breaks down to a 4, which is all about stability. So I feel like this is ending things that don't serve you. It's kicking those assholes out of your life. Oh, by the way, I use bad language. If you don't like it, there's a door. See ya later. Bye. We don't need to hear about it. Anywho, so it's kicking those jerks out of your life. It's like anyone who doesn't benefit you, anyone who puts you down, causes problems, raises your blood pressure, they're gone. It's like you just don't have time for that shit no more. I heard someone say I'm too old for this shit. These are just repetitive cycles that I was talking about, where you need to ground yourself. This is letting go of that. This is ending outdated relationships, whether it's with a lover, so your wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend of however long. If it's complacent and boring and the love is gone if it's a loveless situation, and some of you are stuck in a loveless situation, possibly for codependent reasons, and I don't even feel like you're the codependent one. I feel like someone's dependent on you, financially at least. I feel like this is you wanting to end those situations so you can move forward, because it's like, I'm too old for this shit. I feel like somebody doesn't really like the dating scene here, and that's why they've stayed so long in this connection, or that's why you've clung to the past for so long, because I do feel like if you're not preparing to leave a current relationship, this is still being clung to the idea of getting back together with an ex, or just being stuck on someone where the connection just didn't get off the ground. I feel like it won't, and you're realizing this, and this is like ending those situations so that you can flourish and bloom and expand in your life. And then we have the Two of Swords reversed. You gained some clarity, you found something out, and I feel like what you found out is this person wasn't going to give to you. We have the Six of Pentacles reversed. To me, this is being fair. It's wanting equal give and take, because in the upright, he's kind of wanting, to help her out and balance it out, but she's just giving to herself. She's being kind of selfish, which, I feel like it's a little bit of, it's healthy selfishness in a sense. But this is wanting balance, and I feel like you're just not getting it. Somebody is not giving to you like you want them to. And they haven't been for a while, whether it's in a current partnership or just you yearning for somebody. It just hasn't been working for you. We have the King of Cups reversed. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. This is expressing your emotions. I feel like you're waiting for somebody to express their feelings to you, Virgo, and they're not. Like, your feelings aren't matched. This is opening up, but it's still waiting for somebody to tell. Like, if you tell somebody you love them or how you feel, it's waiting for them to work with you, collaborate with the Three of Pentacles, and express it back. But I feel like they haven't. It's almost like if you say, I love you, this person would say, me too, or love ya. It's not the same. I feel like feelings aren't matched, and you took a chance on letting your guard down and opening up, and I feel like the feelings weren't reciprocated. Yeah, with a past person. Yeah, it just wasn't successful. You guys are not seeing eye to eye, and there was a final decision that was made, either on your part or it was made for you. This is just somebody I feel like somebody wasn't seeing all the effort you put into this. They definitely weren't matching your efforts, Virgo, or vice versa, whatever. I could be talking to a cross-watcher, but I just feel like I was giving somebody attention and I wasn't getting it back, and it's somebody from the past. It's a soulmate situation, and you're gaining clarity on this, whether somebody, actually said that they didn't have feelings for you, that it wasn't matched, or you're just coming to these own conclusions because it's been a long time coming and, there's just been no progress and you're sick of it. So I feel like change, Virgo. This month is all about change. It's also changing your perspective and seeing who's actually good for you and who's not. Girl with a snake, exactly. Empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enabled boundaries. This is you when you're, ending this situation. Ending this situation is you setting those healthy boundaries, which is beautiful, because I feel like you haven't always done that. You've allowed whoever this person is to use you for whatever. And I feel like some of it, the main reason that this person was using you was for money, potentially child support. And if it wasn't that, they could have been using children as an excuse, like, I can't afford to live on my own with the kids, I need your help. Something like that. And it left you heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. Yeah, this is not an easy an easy situation. It wasn't easy to hear or handle. Like, this action, actually ending this connection to move forward, was just as hard as hearing that the person doesn't love you. I feel like it was or is extremely difficult, because some of you, this is coming, this is what you're working up towards, because you just can't handle having your heart broken over and over again because this person isn't in your life for the same reasons that you're in theirs. It's been a long time coming. I feel like this is a cycle that needs to end with the Grim Reaper here in order for you to have your abundance. This is definitely a karmic situation from the past that needs to go bye-bye. I feel like some of you were married to this person at one point, or just you were in a high-level commitment with them. And the majority of you did have children with this person, so it is a baby mama, baby daddy situation, and you just wanted your happy family back, and the other person didn't see things in the same way that you did. They just saw dollar signs, is what I feel with that. So that's letting go of a past situation. Obstacles and blocks, we have sea beacon, fairy guidance, but where will it lead you? To me, excuse me, this is knowing that where you're at is not where you need to be, that you need to be somewhere else, whether this is legit relocating. But what I mean by that is knowing that this connection is not good for you. It's not a healthy dynamic because it's not fair. You were trying to maintain a sense of balance between the two of you, but when only one person is doing that, it's not balanced no matter how hard you try. So it's knowing that you're in an icky situation and needing to remove yourself from it, and I feel like that's what your plan is, or that's what you're doing, but you just don't know what the future looks like. It's like the unknown is kind of scary, and I feel like that's why you stayed stuck for so long. Even if this person was mean to you, even if they were like you fought with them, if it was just unhealthy all the way around, you were complacent in a way, because it's like a sense of codependency. If they were codependent on you for finances, you were codependent on them for like emotionally speaking, because it's hard to open up with somebody new because you don't know them. I feel like I have trust issues. So this is me fearing the unknown is what I feel. So Virgo, I feel like that's an obstacle that you need to overcome, and one that you are trying to overcome. It's not about the destination so much as the journey. So, and I feel like a lot of you are realizing that, and you're trying to enjoy the ride, even though you have no idea where you're headed. We have the world reversed. This is relocation, but with it being in the reverse, this is a cycle that needs to end. So I feel like this is kind of staying put because it's a blockage. With the moon reversed and the hangman here, this is not listening to your intuition and keeping yourself stuck in an unhealthy cycle or situation. So if you stayed in this relationship, you haven't ended it yet, and that's what you're preparing to do, it's very painful. You knew for a long time that you weren't supposed to be in this connection, you weren't supposed to be with this person, but it was comfortable, and the unknown isn't comfortable. So you were purposefully keeping yourself stuck. If you weren't dating this person, you were just pining over the past. It's like wanting to go backwards because you thought you had unfinished business, even though your gut was telling you there's nothing left here. It's just the unknown is scary. The future is scary. Yeah, a tower moment came in. This is scorpionic energy, but this is massive change. So I feel like the universe sent in a wake-up call and potentially ended things for you. Like I said, if this isn't you, it could be your person's blockage. So if you are interested in somebody and they're just not moving forward with you, it could be because this is what's going on with them. We have the Seven of Cups, which is all about confusion. I feel like you were basically blinding yourself. This is an illusion to me. So you were purposefully keeping yourself stuck and ignoring your intuition because the unknown is scary. It's like, I don't want to have these options. I don't want to date. I don't want to explore. I want to stay with what I know. I'm happy where I'm at, basically. Could have been dealing with a Leo or a Scorpio or a Cancer, Pisces. or Libra. I feel like when you communicate with this person, they're very direct and you can be a little overly emotional, or vice versa. Like, this is difficult to, it's like being honest with yourself and them this is one of the hardest things you've ever had to do, is walk away from somebody you have feelings for yourself, for your own sanity. But that's the blockage, because you weren't doing that, or you're not doing that, or your person. I feel like happiness is right on the other side of all this, all the unknowns, basically. It's like if you follow this light, there's a ship right here, but you can barely see it. So it's like, is that a good ship? Is that a shipwreck? What is it? You won't know until you go over there, and you've got to end this to find out. Because I feel like there's somebody who is interested in you, who has feelings for you, who wants to date you, potentially a Scorpio or a Leo. But they don't know where you stand, and I feel like you're wondering if they're even there anymore because you stayed stuck for so long. I do feel like there's something on the other side of that foggy cloud, though, like I said. Can I get more on this blockage, please? Some of you are waiting to buy a vehicle before you leave because you don't have a car. There's definitely codependent ties between you and a past person, for whoever this is for. Like I said, if it doesn't resonate, it ain't your story. Separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. You're unsure of the future, and that's why it was so hard for you to disconnect from this past person or current person. You were doing it for selfish reasons. I feel like they were tied to you for selfish reasons. Like I said, possibly for money, their own security. But you were putting your happiness on this person, even though they weren't fulfilling you. I don't know how to explain it any more than that, but you were definitely blocking your intuition, because I feel like I fear change. I just want to. I'm a creature of habit. It's almost like going through the motions, that robotic behavior, not ever veering away from your routine. A creature of habit. The butterfly. Relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. I feel like once you end this, your life is going to expand. And out of nowhere, with lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation, which we have here too with the tower. I feel like the universe is coming in to create this separation for you, to help you remove this blockage. Because even when you end the connection between you and this past person, whether it's a legit breakup or you just cut those energetic ties and stop feeding the situation so that you can move forward, I feel like if you don't do that, the universe is definitely going to create a major problem. That might be where the clarity is coming in, because they're going to cut you down from that tree and force you to see what you've been turning a blind eye to, so that you can evolve and move forward. I feel like they're going to create this ending for you, Virgo, because we have coffin. Endings bring new beginnings, which is what you need. Growth, change, liberation, transition. After being stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. And then we have twin flames after this with the phoenix and sunglasses and soulmates. You have a divine counterpart, somebody who is meant to be in your life in a romantic sense, watching you, waiting in the wings, waiting for this mess to be cleaned up, basically, for you to move on from your current person or this past person, because I feel like you have discussed this connection with whoever this new person is. I feel like they're kind of a friend to you. You might have friend zoned them. But I feel like they're the ship that's on the other side of that foggy cloud that you're unsure of, like, do they mean well? Will they stick around? Will they reject you because you took so long, because you rejected them initially? Like, there's all these what ifs, all these questions surrounding it, and I feel like you do think that you screwed things up, but I feel like that person is still there. They're just not up your ass like they were before, or vice versa. So, near future, what's to come? And within a month's time, we have Fairy of the Divine Hand, intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence. Number 2, I feel like this is such a difficult decision to end things with this past person, because I feel like you have a lot of history with them. And if you have children, obviously that makes it even more difficult. But with how it ends, I feel like it's going to be pretty traumatic, because you waited and waited and waited and ignored all the signs that the universe was sending you, to the point where they sent you in a double tower, or sent your person in that, to remove this blockage, that it was extremely shocking to you, to the point where how you're going to recover from it is, I feel like you're going to do a lot of things in excess. So if you like to drink beer occasionally, I feel like you might be having a few too many of those, trying to numb the pain of this all instead of facing it, or that's what you're doing now, but this is near future energy. If you are going to put your head down at work, because I did see at the bottom of this deck, I saw underneath the nature card that I read to you, I did see working too hard or too much. So if you do that, I feel like you're going to pick up overtime like crazy and basically burn your ass out. I just feel like whatever vice, even if it's something positive, whatever you decide to do to cope, to basically deal with the heartbreak, you're going to do it to the point, to the extreme, to the point where it's going to turn toxic. We have the devil. So yeah, it will definitely turn toxic. Some of you might be having casual sex with options or whatever, because you don't want to get your heart broken. So instead of moving towards this person who's waiting in the wings for you, you're just going to totally fly off the rails. That scared the ever living shit out of me. I know I hit it, but I must have hit the table a time or two to move it off. Whew. Yeah, you're definitely, there's going to be a shocking experience. That shocked the shit out of me. Anywho, then we have Judgment, final judgment call, and 10 of Pentacles reversed. So I kind of feel like the decision to not move this forward, to not reconcile with the past person, whoever you've been pining after, hoping, wishing, and praying that things would work out. Once you get this information, it's going to send you off the deep end, or send your person off the deep end, whichever end you're on in this. I feel like this is spending too much money on unhealthy things like alcohol, potentially gambling, sex, or drugs. And it's just to numb the pain. I feel like I just don't care anymore. It's like I'm so sick and fucking tired of this bullshit happening to me. Why me? So it's kind of numbing the pain. That's not for all of you, because I don't feel like all of you are going to obviously go down a road like that, fall down the rabbit hole. But I do see somebody doing it. 6 of Swords, moving to calmer water. This is also relocation. Be careful with drinking and driving, because I just heard that. Also texting and driving, especially when you're upset. You're not supposed to text and drive anyways. It's not safe, so be careful and don't do that. It's also against the law. At least it is where I live. I see something bad happening. I see you creating more chaos and upheaval in your life than necessary if you're doing that. Look, there's that friendly person making that offer to you once they know that you've moved on, and this is you taking a leap of faith, or them taking the leap of faith, this risk to move forward with you. And I kind of feel like this is you rejecting their offer, Virgo. So whoever is taking this leap of faith, this risk to move towards that person who has feelings for you. So if you take that leap of faith to move towards this person, I feel like they're sick of waiting, and I feel like they might reject you. Some of you, not all of you. But I do feel a rejection here, and it could either be on your side or their side. So, and that might be where this intoxication comes in, because I feel like you made this person feel like an option, Virgo, and they got sick of hanging around, and because you decided to stay stuck to the past and try to go towards somebody you shouldn't have been going towards, the double tower moment for some of you, for those of you who did that, is you're not going to be successful with the past, and this soulmate person that was waiting for you, that would have been very beautiful, it would have been a lovely connection, basically, you lost out on it because of it. And I feel like that's going to create some upheaval in your life. And I'm not saying, like, for some reason, I feel like it's not a final say. I know judgment usually is a final call, and for some, I feel like it will be. But I feel like it's kind of teaching you a lesson for some, so it might appear that way. We have palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. I feel like whatever you're going to be doing to numb the pain will affect your stability. I see that here. Some of you could lose your job because of it and be forced to move. So if you're currently living with this ex-person, I feel like you're going to be relocating. So that is definitely going to affect your stability. Then we have talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message, arrives, text, call, email, hovering. So it's like this person has been waiting for you to clean your mess up, basically, to get out of this sticky situation so that you two can move forward. And I feel like some of them got sick of waiting. Some of them legit moved away, like they live hours away now. They're not even in the same area. And that's part of the problem. They took a risk for themselves. They were just living their life, and now they're not near you, so it creates that obstacle, which is a problem for you guys. Others of you, this is either you rejecting them or them rejecting you temporarily, just to prove a point. If it's you rejecting this new person, Virgo, temporarily, make sure you handle it properly, because if you don't handle it in the right way, I feel like they will move forward like for good. Because to me, this is acting kind of foolish and friend zoning someone even though you have feelings for them. I feel like somebody might regret that. I don't know why I feel that way. I just do. So there's a few scenarios here coming up. So basically, some of you lost out on both opportunities because you waited way too damn long, or your person did, and you're fed up with it. You're like, fuck this, I'm out. Or that's what they did. Others of the other group that I said, you were being reckless and foolish and rejected them, and it forced them to move forward because you basically friend zoned them, and now you're regretting it. And then the other group is they are temporarily rejecting you to give you a taste of your own medicine, but I feel like it might backfire either way for some reason. Just don't play head games. cross watcher or Virgo, because I feel like y'all are going to end up on the losing end if you do that. So this is kind of a mess for somebody. Somebody definitely needs to hear it so that they can not make this mistake with somebody new. But definitely bug out of this past connection before the universe butts in, because I feel like there will be hell to pay if you just continue on the merry-go-round, basically. That's what I have for you. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. The more you interact with me, the more apt I am to pick up on your energy. Hit me up for a personal. I do have openings. My email is in the box below. I would love to see you guys over on Patreon. Remember, these are not extended, but my main general love readings that are longer are extended over on Patreon, my lovely lovelies. Best of luck with this situation. It's definitely not for all of you. But yeah, I love you guys. Peace.